Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Hearthstone video. Today I'm going to be continuing that little mini series I started where I'm going to be talking individually about each class, all the cards they got. And today, as you can see, I'm going to be talking about the Druid. Now every class got 9 new cards except for Hunter because Hunters are special. Druid got some pretty cool cards. So we're going to start with the lowest cost card, Living Roots. This card is crazy. This card is awesome. Like this. A lot of people say it's really good. I have to agree with them on it. It's got the option of being an Arcane. It's got the option of being Arcane Shot or Holy Smite. You can be Arcane Shot or Holy Smite, or you can summon 2/1/1s, which counter any 1 health creatures. Let's see what 1 health creature. I can't be bothered to look up 1 health creatures, but any 1 health creature, Living Roots can trade evenly with 2 of them, or Living Roots will trade evenly with a Knife Juggler or something if they play that on turn 2. It can either kill a Knife Juggler, or you can put 2 small bodies on the board for tokens. So this card favors Token Druid. Because it can put tokens on the board or kill a creature, it's very versatile. It's a versatile card like most Druid cards. But this card, Living Roots, is an awesome card. Seriously, try it out. Best in Token Druid. Other Druid decks might use it for like early removal, but you already have Wrath, so Living Roots isn't as good. Really good token card. Darnassus Aspirant. This card is crazy. This card's awesome. It's like a wild growth. It's like a wild growth effect, and if you can keep her on the board, so you could play Darnassus Aspirant turn 2. Turn 3, you play your Shredder. Turn 4, you play your Druid of the Claw, whatever. This card, because it gives you ramp and a body, it's awesome. If it dies, you lose the mana crystal. It's only 1 mana lost. It's not a big deal. Plus, you were technically already ahead, so it's fine if you lose the mana. If this pops from a Shredder, it's a pretty big deal, so that you don't want this coming out of your Shredder if you're not a Druid, because you don't get the Battle Cry. So getting this out of a Shredder is bad. But just the fact that it gives you extra mana and a body is really strong. Darnassus Aspirant is really fun in Druid, in Ramp Druid. I don't have my Ramp Druid anymore. But oh well, I don't have Ramp Druid currently. But Darnassus Aspirant is fun in Ramp. Just a very solid card. Druid of the Saber. Been trying out Beast Druid. Once this expansion came out, first deck I built was a Beast Druid deck. And this thing, because it transforms to either gain charge or stealth, so it's again like most other Druid cards, like most other Choose One cards, it's designed to be adaptable, and you can use it in any situation. Use the charge to trade. If there's nothing on board, you put it in stealth. If you got this creature you want to kill, you charge it. Pretty self-explanatory. Just generally a pretty solid card. I don't think it'll see much play outside of Beast Druid, if Beast Druid even becomes a deck. But it's a fun card. It's a solid 2-drop, very solid 2-drop. I like it. Mulch. Destroy a minion, add a random minion to your opponent's hand. It's so risky. You can just give your if anyone watches Trollden, you've seen the clip where this guy uses Mulch, his opponent gets Varian and pretty much auto wins the game. That can happen, or you can give them like a Wisp or an Angry Chicken. There's an equal chance to give them a terrible minion as there is to give them a really good minion. It's probably about even. I'll do the math on that later on. I can't be bothered to do this. Like a lot of minions. A lot of them are good, a lot of them are bad, some of them are in the middle. But chances are, if you use it on a really big, strong creature like Rag, chances are they're going to lose value because they're going to get a worse minion than Ragnaros. Or if you kill their Variant or something, then they're going to lose value. But in the rare occasion that they do get value, it's pretty crazy. So Mulch, it's a risky card. It's a very risky card, but it's most of the time. If you use it to remove big creatures, it's worth it. So in a control heavy meta, Mulch might see play. I've been trying it a little bit. It's pretty good against control. It's really good because control has lots of big legendaries. Against druids, other druids, warriors, priests, stuff like that. It's strong. It's strong. Next we have Astral Communion. Gain 10 mana. Discard your hand. You put yourself into top deck mode, but you have maximum mana. And it's not empty mana crystals, so if you play this and then use your hero power, it's I've had some. If you get this out, if it's in the top 10 cards of your deck, it's good. Anything less, it sucks. If you top deck it, it's 4 mana, draw a card. You only get 1 excess mana, not 10. You don't get 10 excess mana. You only get 1. It's awesome. It's fun. It's not super viable because you don't want to run 2, because then you run the risk of not having either in the top 10 cards of your deck, and you have 2 dead cards later on, which are 4 mana draw cards, so that's really bad. Plus, if you fill your deck with big creatures, if you get Astral Communion, like double Innervate, or like Innervate in the coin and Astral Communion, or double Innervate, Astral Communion, and like Wild Growth, that is the dream, because you turn 1, Innervate, Astral Communion, you're at max mana, hero power, kill whatever they played. It's awesome. So Astral Communion, it's fun, not super viable because you need to be pretty lucky to use it, but it's a fun card. It's not a super strong card. Next we have Savage Combatant. Inspire, give your hero +2 attack this turn. Gives your hero power super value. You play this guy on 4, chances are he probably won't survive, because your opponent will, if you went second, your opponent will have played a Shredder. They'll trade the Shredder into this guy. If he was a 4/5, he would be so much better. If he was a 4/5, he would be so much better. But as a 5/4, still pretty good, more aggressive. Again, I run him in my Beast Druid. I run him in my Beast Druid list, which is, he gives your hero power so much value. He's awesome, really good, really solid. Outside of Beast Druid, not gonna see play, because most other Druid lists, like, what do you cut in the 4 slot for Druids? Already you have Swipe, you have Keeper of the Grove, you have Pilot or Treader. What do you cut out of those for this? Might try and cut Shredders. Maybe I might try that. That'd be kind of fun. But gives your hero power, gives your hero 3 attack to use that turn, which is good if you've got Justicar True Heart. It's 4. Again, True Heart not very good in Druid, but the fact that it gives you more value to your hero power is it's cool. It's a cool effect. It's fun. Works really well in Beast Druid, because you play them on 4, and you can innervate out your hero power to kill one of their creatures, the creature that might contest the combatant. Next, we have the Wild Walker. Battlecry, give a friendly beast +3 health. If you can play it next to this guy, it's awesome. You play like, on turn 6, you play like, or turn 8, you play like Savage Combatant, Wild Walker, Innervate hero power. Turn 10, or with Combatant, Wild Walker, hero power. Pretty good even on 6 with like double Innervate. That's pretty good. It's awesome. Wild Walker's really cool. Again, you need beasts, but there are a few Beast Druids. There's a few Beast Druid cards, so it works. Wild Walker, in my opinion, is it's solid. It's good because it's giving health. If it was giving attack, it'd be much more aggressive. But while as it is, you can buff your Druid with the Claw so that it can take another hit, or it can trade that with that Knife Juggler. Yeah, it's good. Wild Walker is good. No, it's nothing more, nothing less. It's just good. Knight of the Wild. Whenever you summon a beast, reduce the cost of this card by 1. I thought it was while this card was in your deck. It has to be in your hand. So that's a bit of funny wording. If it said while this card, it should say whenever you summon a beast, while this is in your hand, reduce the cost of this card by 1. Because I've had games where I've drawn him and I've played Beast before in the game and he is still 7 mana. So he has to be in your hand. But if you can get him down to 1 or 2 mana, or like get him down to 3, and you play like a couple of other creatures and then this guy on top, it's crazy. Because like getting 1 or 2 mana for a 6/6 is crazy. So he's pretty good. You just need to kind of set him up. If you get him in your opening hand, but if you're playing Beast Druid, if you're like me and you like playing Beast Druid, if you have enough low beasts in your hand, keep the Knight of the Wild, because then you can play all the beasts and he'll go down to 4 mana. Let's say you coin out 1 on turn 1, then play 1 turn 2, play 1 turn 3. He will then be 4 mana. You can play a 6/6 on turn 4, which is crazy. So Knight of the Wild, good card, good solid card all around. Aviana, your minions cost 1. I have no doubts that everyone watching this has already seen the Aviana OTK with like double Moonfire and Facelesses and Innervate and Malygos. Oh boy, Aviana. there's a post on Reddit calling Aviana the new queen of the clown fiesta. I agree wholeheartedly with that statement. This card, if you can play it with an Innervate and play like 2 Sludge Belchers and a Druid of the Claw and just protect her, then the next turn you can throw your hand onto the board. Awesome fun. It's so cool. Really, really cool. It's an interesting effect. And also, if you use Thorson earlier, then any minions Aviana puts down to cost 1 will then be free. So you could play like Thorson with a handful of minions and play Aviana and throw all the minions onto the board. It works. It's cool. It's a cool idea for a card. It's not super viable. Like, as if you've seen my original video on the Grand Tournament, Aviana is one of those cards I think that people kind of looked at and went, whoa, OP, and then they saw the stat line and they went, The stats for 9 mana for a 5/5, I can't see it being played in any competitive... Like, it might be see play once or twice in a tournament, but it's not going to be a staple Druid card the way, like, Swipe is, because Aviana... It does make your minions cost 1, but that's only useful in Ramp Druid. Ramp Druid, I don't think sees too much play. It's kind of unreliable. In my opinion, Ramp Druid is unreliable. I never had too much success with it anyways. And Aviana, it's a cool card. It's kind of a for fun card, which is what Hearthstone's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a fun game, and screw the hunters for making it not. Thank you, everybody, very much for watching. That's all I have to say about the Druid. About all the Druid cards that we got, and thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time.